Okay. All right. So guys, let's start and kind of give you a little bit of context of what we're doing right now. In South Carolina, we were cleared to start Monday, June 15th. And basically what we're able to do is get in groups of 10. You can do it however you want to do it. You can have as many coaches as you or kids in a group as you want. So we're going to have groups of 10. We're going to stagger our groups. We're going to have a group at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock. And we're essentially kind of what Coach was talking about. We're really shifting the focus to football and conditioning. We're not going to even mess with the weight room for the first 2 weeks. We're going to go out. We have tsunami bars. We have kettlebells. We have medicine balls. We have dumbbells. We're essentially going to have the groups take the equipment outside, and we're going to do a lot of circuit training, a lot of body weight stuff, a lot of workouts that way, and then shift into conditioning, and then shift into some walkthrough stuff with social distancing protocols in place. So basically what the last month or two has been for me is meeting with my quarterbacks virtually and really trying to install things and go over new stuff. And it's been a huge blessing because I've really been able to reset and redo a lot of our playbook stuff. And of course, when we release the Mac Attack 2.0 in the fall, we'll have a lot of new terminology, a lot of new formations, a lot of new plays, a lot of new video. Okay, so what I want to do today is just kind of focus on our basic install stuff. We're going to talk about our philosophy, our formations, and then we're going to talk about our inside zone day one install, okay, and then show you kind of how we're going to do it. If you go back, let's look at our philosophy first, okay. Our motto offensively. So again, when people ask you kind of what is your offense, and if you're doing the Mac Attack air raid system, we're a one-back air raid offense who is multiple, okay, that will keep constant pressure on the defense and coaches by doing the following, okay. We want to use tempo to control the game and keep the defense guessing, okay. We never compromise tempo. It is a true next play mentality, okay. So when we're meeting with our kids in some chalk talk sessions with the mask on and the social distancing, we will talk to them about how important tempo is, okay. We never compromise tempo in practice, guys, ever, okay. So when you're practicing, keep that in mind. We don't want coaches on the field. We try to make everything game-like as possible, okay. It is a true next play mentality. We're constantly coaching on the fly. All right, we want a balanced offensive attack. We really do want to be 50-50 run pass, okay? We try to be as balanced as possible. The last 5 or 6 years we've been, 52-48 run pass, 53-47. It's been unbelievable. We want to distribute the ball to multiple players and positions, okay? That's one thing that, when you start working on this offense and you start installing it, you'll see that you'll have a bunch of kids catch balls. You'll have a bunch of kids carry balls. We try to play a bunch of kids, and we try to distribute the ball to all positions. Misdirection in the run game, West Coast controlled pass game, we do what we do. So we do a lot of misdirections. A lot of the pass game is quick game, get the ball out quick, and move the chains that way. We want to stretch the field horizontally with the screen game and vertically with shots, okay? The screen game is a huge part of our offense. You guys know that. You know how passionate I am about the screen game. So a lot of times we try to get the defense moving east and west, and then we also try to take vertical shots and take advantage of the team down the field. Okay, we are a no-huddle air raid team, but we still like to present multiple personnel groupings. Okay, I believe in playing a ton of kids. If you've got that booster club kid who can give you a couple snaps at fullback or a backup guard who could be a tight end. We're constantly trying to find ways to be creative with these kids and have a lot of fun. So, and then of course we want to attack the defense with core runs and option principles in the run game, zone read, power read, RPOs, etc. Okay, so let's go into the formations. Okay, so this is day one teaching of the formations. All right, this is day one teaching. So when we go out and we start walking through on Monday, we'll be able to line up in these formations and teach the kids the base rules. So for us, 10 personnel is 1 running back, no tight ends, 4 wide receivers, okay? So that's, you got one running back, no tight ends, 4 wide receivers in the game, okay? Our basic formation is ace, okay? So in ace, all right, your Z is always on the right, your X is always on the left, okay? Those guys never move unless we have certain tags that we want to tag there, okay? Your Y is on the right, your H is on the left, okay? And then your F is the running back. The F lines always up on the right unless you say pistol or far, okay? Now, you can teach it however you want to teach it on who's on or who's off the ball. We typically teach it with the Z on and the X on and then the H and the Y off, okay? But then once the kids get comfortable with what we're doing, then they can adjust in between the play or based on a concept to get one guy on or one guy off the ball, okay? So the biggest thing is our inside foot up is always to the ball. So all the receivers will have their inside foot up closest to the ball, okay? We want this X and their H to put their toes on the heels of the Z or X, okay? And then we typically tell our tailback, you want to be in a home position of toe to heels between that guard and the toes on the heels of the tackle. And then we can move to an inside track where we put our crotch on the inside leg of the tackle, or an outside track where we put our crotch on the outside leg of the tackle, okay? So that's ball mill in the field, and then we can go from there, okay? If we go ace pistol, ace far, the only person that moves is the back, okay? So obviously, guys, you've got to move the back for certain run plays or certain pass routes, and then you just tag far, okay? But nobody else moves except for the back, okay? And then, of course, if we want to go pistol, okay, pistol, you can put the back in a pistol set, and then you can do some of the same stuff out of the pistol, okay? So ace, ace far, ace pistol, okay? Ace left, okay? That flips the Y and the H. So what that does is it moves guys around to get certain guys the ball. Like, for example, let's say, I know this year, our Y is probably going to be a 6'4" kid, and then our H is going to be a really small, short kid, okay? So there may be certain routes like stick route or an Ohio route where I want to try to get the ball to this Y because he's a bigger target, okay? Whereas if we run the shallow route, then heck, we may want that H running the shallow with this guy on the dig because he's a lot bigger. So ace left gives you the ability to move the Y and H to either side of the formation to get a certain kid to touch, okay? But that does not affect your Z or your X or your back unless you go pistol or far. All right, 10 empty personnel. So this is 1 running back, 0 tight ends, 4 wide receivers. So it's basically 10 personnel, but we tag the word empty for it because now we're going to line up in an empty set, okay? So in 2020, we're going to call this formation fin right, okay, instead of empty right fin. So it's fin right, okay. All this formation is ace, but now the tailback lines up as a number 3 receiver to the right, okay. So it'll be fin right, which is ace, okay. Fin left is ace and with the back to the left, okay? So again, you can carry all your pass game out of this formation. You can motion the back into the backfield and run the zone play. You know, there's a couple different things you can do with that. So this is day 1 teaching of our formations, okay? The back's protections, you know, he'll call us protection to get out on his check down depending on what we have. But we will go fin right, fin left. Okay.
Coaches, Rick Stewart with All Access Coaching, where we're all about coaches helping coaches. Thanks for watching the video. And I've got to ask, please hit the subscribe and like button below. The like button really helps us with valuable data as to what videos to make and upload in the future to help you out. And the subscribe button will notify you when we upload new content to the channel. This channel is not specific to an offense or a defense. It's not even specific to Rick Stewart. I fly over the country filming college coaches and state championship coaches about their offenses, about their drills, about practices, about defense, about program building, team building, fundraising, and weight training. It's all about coaches helping coaches. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe and like below. And as always, better today, but never as good as tomorrow.